Okay.
Dear participants in this summit, dear guests, dear friends, first of all, I would like to express my pleasure and honor to represent to the Republic of North Macedonia today in Istanbul. Ekonomi held today in Republic of Turkey. I consider this summit of great importance, and I believe that the exchange of information and the sharing of experiences between us will help us to build even better, especially in the field in the agriculture. North Macedonia is located in southwestern Balkan Peninsula. 79% are mountains, 90% basins and valleys, and three large lakes, Ohrid, Prespa, and Doiran. North Macedonia has three overlapping climate zones, which enable the production of a wide variety of agricultural products. According to the last census of 2021, the population is about 2 million people, of which 25% live in capital Skopje, 40% reside in rural areas, and the remaining share lives in smaller urban cities. Political system and international comparative for North Macedonia. North Macedonia has a parliamentary democratic system of governance with an open market economy. North Macedonia is a member of NATO and a candidate state for membership in the EU. North Macedonia has started the process for accession to the EU. The National Strategy of Agriculture and Rural Development 2021-2027 is prepared in accordance with the Common Agricultural Policy of the EU. European Union is also the most important trade partner of North Macedonia, with 370.6 million euros of export. That means 50.6% of total agricultural, and 147.9 million euros of imports. Agriculture in the Republic of North Macedonia. Let me share with you the main strategies and policies of North Macedonia in the field of agriculture. Agriculture plays an important role in Macedonia economy, as it is the third largest sector after services and industry. Agriculture contributes to 11% of GDP, and including the processing industry, the share is around 60%. This sector is significant importance in terms of employment, rural livelihoods, exports, food security. The Ministry pursues a long-term policy to support agriculture and rural development in North Macedonia through important national subsidies and European financing program IPA 4. One of the main strategic goals in the field of agriculture is to consolidate agricultural land in North Macedonia. The Republic of North Macedonia is a leader in the region in terms of using the funds through the IPA programs, using over 97% of available funds.
We have a limited time, but I really want to ask you that. So you said agriculture is a great sector in your country for production. So how do you use value chains in your agricultural sector? Can you give some examples about this, Mr. Abdulshukjur?
Yes. In North Macedonia, the government and our ministry has taken the programs, who call we the national programs subsidies, to finance the farmer to produce in the field in agriculture. This year we have the new model in this field. We left the old model when the farmers we must to show the produce. 30% we pay the advance, and 70% you must to show how they produce and to sell in economy, agriculture, or cooperatives. We call.
So do they use any system like an electronic system?
Yes,
website?
we have without technology, agriculture is nothing in this day. We have financing with program EPART. Now European Commission adopted EPAR 3 over 100 million euros, and here and they have new technology for farmers and smart agriculture.
Okay. So you put technology in the first place to support agriculture sector. Okay. Thank you very much.
It's agricultural state, but we have land, but we don't have people. 40% in North Macedonia live in rural area, but the young man, he left the rural area and he goes to live in big cities. This is a problem. In these questions, the management, water management, is a key factor for success of farming. We, in this budget, this year, we put the largest budget in this water management, because in the field of water management, the national programs for financing and irrigation system for farmers has been adopted, especially support for procurement of modern drip irrigation system and for construction of wells and use of surface water. We have in North Macedonia, it's a problem because in recently time we face with smaller farms, but we don't have and that. We have just individual farmers. Why now the crisis caused by war in Ukraine, our ministry and our government thinks about that, and now we have 60% of budget of our country is in our ministry for agriculture.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Radoje, again, I want to ask you, how do you explain the value chains within the financial system? So, plus one more question, do you believe that the value chains are the value chains instruments to fight against inflation, to decrease the inflation rate?
It is very useful to have like this meeting, especially practical experience, very useful for all of us, especially for the public area. And I would like the same briefly answer to you. And some services, industries such as financial services or transport services are part of almost all value chains. The value chain to work well, all the chain actors need access to finance. The position of financial system, especially banking sector in our country, Montenegro, is an important factor in this chain and is driver of the growth and development, also recovery of the real economy. It is continuously growing and developing in a sound mood due to the regulatory and supervisory activities done by the central bank in line with EU requests or EU directives and the best practice. Besides focus on prudent financing, banks also include ecological criteria and principles of the green economy, and though this chain focus on the preservation of the environment. After the COVID-19 crisis and new geopolitical challenges, banks are faced with disrupted supply chain, and they try to close those gaps. Developing and offering new technologies and digitalization, they focus on offering targeted products that a digital customer might search, which unleash and unlock a potential of new growth. And some sentences about spillover effects on inflation. A wide range of factors, including COVID-19 pandemic, the expansive monetary policy, and the rising geopolitical risk, put the already stretched supply chains on the other side, and on the other side, the rise of inflation. Due to the inflation is on a very high level all over the globe, not only in our country. Inflation in Montenegro is on historical maximum since independence, regardless of the very strict monetary regime in place. Using financial value chain alongside traditional tools can help, but only if it regularly defined. Central Bank of Montenegro is open and would use new tools, but only if it is in line with ECB framework and directives.